I'm Audrey McLaren McGoldrick, and since that's so many Mcs, I sometimes just call myself Audrey McSquared, which tells you that I'm a math teacher. I'm in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Actually, I'm in a little suburb of Montreal called Dorval, and I work from home. I teach 100% online. I work for an organization called Learn Quebec, which supports the English community in Quebec. You may or may not know Quebec is mostly French-speaking, but we have a small English community, and Learn Quebec supports the English community. So I work for Learn Quebec, and I teach high school math. My students are from all over Quebec, and for one reason or another, they don't have a math teacher at their school. They don't have an English-speaking math teacher at their school at the higher, like senior levels. So when it comes to math class, they're in school, but they go on a computer, either in a lab or something, and log on to our virtual classroom every day. So I teach in my pajamas, and no, not really. And they do all their math online. And I teach, grade 11 math, yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant. And how long have you been doing this for then, Audrey?
I've been teaching online this is my 5th year, but I've been teaching, period, for 25 years. I was in the brick and mortar classroom for 20 years before that.
Very good. And what made you become a teacher then, Audrey?
That was that's the question I spent the most time on, and I realized, I never really had a choice, because I started teaching as soon as I learned how to read. Like when I was a kid, I was dying. I had one older sister and 3 younger siblings, and as soon as I saw my older sister learn how to read and I remember fractions made me insane. What are those? As soon as I learned, it was like breathing. I had to turn around and teach. I taught my younger siblings how to read. I taught neighborhood kids how to read. So I don't know what made me become a teacher. It just seems to be who I've always been. So
very good.
No, that's an explanation.
That's a very good explanation. That's lovely. And can you tell us how you have incorporated ICT? I mean, I know that you do online. It's online maths education, but is there any other elements of ICT that you've incorporated into your maths teaching?
Yeah, let's see. Well, obviously for the teaching online is ICT pretty much by definition. The platform that we use has been developed by Learn Quebec. It's called Zen Live. So that's what our virtual classroom is made up of. I've got a list here now. We use as content management a program called Sakai. Send them stuff that they need and they can hand in stuff that way. Teaching online in most platforms pretty much requires that you be pretty good with PowerPoint, because you're usually uploading slides of some kind. So that's just the online part. But other stuff that I use that I would be using even if I weren't teaching online. Well, I happen to be flipping my classroom, as are a couple of the other online teachers for Learn Quebec. As a result, we use Camtasia to make videos. We use VoiceThread like crazy to record our lessons and deliver them to our kids. I've got my students blogging. I use a program, open source, called GeoGebra, like crazy. It's like an interactive worksheet software. Mm-hmm. We use Google Docs. I think it's called Google Drive now, actually. We do activities in class using, live Google Docs, and I also use Google Docs as a way for the kids to report to me what they've gotten done during the week. I send them a checklist at the beginning of every week, and I say, this is what you have to get done. And some of the things they're just checking off, done, 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 which then gets sent to me. And then there's other parts of the list where I'm asking them for, feedback. How did you find this? Or, how did you get ready for your test, or things like that. There's more. There's also a Google Reader. since I want all the kids following each other's blogs, and so I've just yesterday started them on Google Reader. I'm also a huge fan of a site called Explore Learning, which is based in Charlottesville, Virginia, and I have been even way back before I was online. They have something called Gizmos, which are interactive. I think they're called applets. I'm not sure, but anyway, they're interactive things that the kids use to explore a topic, and then they have little quizzes and things. That's all I could think of at the moment, but I'm always trying something new. Like right now, I'm really keen on using mobile devices, because I never see my kids. Like they can see me, but I can't see them.
Yep.
So I'm gonna start getting them to use their smartphones. Not all of them have them, but those that do, just to see them, because I need to see them. And also Evernote. I've recently become addicted to Evernote. I don't use it with my students yet, but that's in the works. That's in the funnel.
Very good. Well, that is a fantastic selection of ICT uses there that are brilliant. Thank you very, very much for that. And I was having a little look at your bio on the internet and that, and I seen that you recently won on an Innovative Learning Award. Can you tell us how you came about to win that award? You got it. Oh.
Yeah.
A speech.
Happen to have it here.
Lovely.
How did I win it? Well, it was the biggest shock of my life. It was myself and my colleague Peggy Drolet, who's also a math teacher for Learn, who won it, and we were nominated without knowing. We were nominated for this award by our principal, Diane Conrad, the principal of the Learn Quebec school, and by the director of e-learning, Margaret Dupuis. So they went behind our back and they nominated us, and for it's called Innovative Online Learning Practice. So, and we won. The first thing I wanted to know is how many other people get nominated. Was it 3 or was it?
33?
But I don't know the answer to that, but it was a great honor, and we got to go to New Orleans to accept it. So.
Well, that is fantastic. Congratulations to you both. Well done. Congratulations. And our next question then for you this morning, Audrey, if you could sum up education in one word, what would it be?
Well, that was another hard one. For me, my experience of education, I guess, as a teacher and even as a student, has been inspiration. If I'm not inspired, nobody else is going to be inspired in my classroom. But it works the other way. If they're not inspired by what I'm doing, what's the point? So I'd have to say, inspiration.